Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Turbo Views. My name is Chris, and my brain hurts. Why? Because I just played Tricky Kick, the simple yet mildly addictive little puzzle game. In fact, I am remembering this exact cranium-puncturing stress I felt as a kid when I first rented it. Yes, rented. Not an easy thing for TurboGrafx owners to do back in the day. Hey, in all fairness, it does have the word tricky in the title, so I guess it has tried to warn me all of these years. A long time ago, an evil sorceress stumbled upon a magical place called the Forest of Merrill. Out of jealousy for its sheer majesty, she put a curse on it, causing all inhabitants to be lost in a maze world full of fearsome enemies. Fortunately, those who were doomed figure out a way to clear obstructions with a super kick. A kick so powerful, enemies would self-destruct if slammed into one another. One would say that's one tricky kick. Please hit like and subscribe. In Tricky Kick, you are basically trapped in a maze of mixed-up obstacles and enemies. To defeat each level, you line up characters of the same type and kick them into each other to destroy them. After that, you move on to the next stage. You receive points for destroying objects, and the points go up depending on the difficulty of the stage. You also get bonus points for any leftover time, resulting in plenty of opportunities for maximizing scores. The directional key moves the player in 4 directions around the screen. Button 1 kicks, and button 2 recalls your most recent move. If you give up, you can hit run and give up. Yeah, this is one game I can say I've spent hours giving up. It all sounds very simple, and it is, but, and this is the neat part, you have 6 different characters to choose from at the beginning with 10 levels each. After you choose one, you'll get a different story with a cool little sequence. And the stages themselves reflect that character's story, both in color, enemies, design, and music. I give the game credit here, as this slight change-up really turns a possible game of repetition into something a bit varied and fresh. There is a password available, so you can basically save any stages you have completed and continue where you left off. The goal here is to obviously pre-plan and figure out the best scenario. Some moves just won't work, and you need to also figure those out. For example, you can kick an enemy across the stage utilizing another enemy. However, as the tips section at the back of the manual states, 3 lined up together cannot be kicked. It also says blocks wedged into the corner cannot be moved. Yeah, thanks, manual. That's a big help. Tricky Kick utilizes an overhead view and exhibits that cutesy nature a lot of these games do. It's pretty bright and colorful, and there are many different sections, but some look better than others. There is a little animation, kind of, and some personality does squeeze through in the characters and cutscenes. Plus, the little attention to detail is nice, such as the movement when a character stands still for a while, or the stage-specific explosions that happen when you defeat an enemy. Overall, the look of the game works. The music isn't bad, it's upbeat at times, and each track fits well with the particular story. But as usual, it's all you will hear throughout each story, so it does tend to get a little old. The sound effects are pretty basic, but again, for this type of game, they work. The controls are responsive, and I cannot say I detected any lag. Aside from wishing for a slightly faster character, nothing made me angry as I played the game. The controls work. As I mentioned, Tricky Kick was a rental back in the day, and I remember grabbing it a few times because, well, I couldn't get far. Yeah, I'm not necessarily the best at these types of games, but I try. I really do. And that ticking clock doesn't help much, although they do give you lots of time. Here's the funny part. There are some areas I will surprise myself and defeat extremely easily, and that's pretty satisfying. But then there's others. Ugh. And that leads me to the slight problem with this game. While everyone's brain obviously works differently, you'll get a couple stages in and you'll say, all right, let me take a little brain break and start on another character mission. And yet the first level in this new story will be extremely difficult. Depending on the section, there might not be a place for you to go and decompress, and this is mainly because of a weird balance going on with these levels. The good news? There is an addiction factor here and some fresh ideas, which is a plus for any puzzle game. 120 stages are available to rack your brain over. And let me tell you, those extra special stages and the ones with additional obstacles such as rebound bumpers and redirection arrows, yeah. Good luck, brain. Stellar gameplay and that wow factor won't be the first thoughts in your mind when you dream of Tricky Kick. But then again, it does pull off what it is intended to do, which is craft a decent puzzle game that is challenging and a bit addicting. It's a simple idea, but it works. And now if you'll excuse me, I better return this game to the rental store. Man, these late fees are going to be pretty high, I'll bet.